So the first thing that I come up to here is this cafeteria with a good overview. And actually it's some kind of a synagogue connected to an old Jewish cemetery, which is up there. But now it's a cafeteria. Well, it's probably been like that for many years. And you have this wonderful overview. There you have the city, the old ancient part, the ancient mix with the medieval stuff. And here you have a older part, also an older city connected to the even older one, which is called Varoš. That's where we live. So I'm just walking uphill here to get to the park. And beyond that you have, you know, more of Split basically, eh? And in the distance you can see snowy mountain tops. So there are good mountains for hiking, and even over there beyond you can catch a glimpse of some white mountain tops. Here's a steep path, good for the legs. And after this one gets to an old church, very old church, which is dedicated for the men lost at sea. Here we have the old church. I'm just gonna have to remind myself when it was first built. It was built in 1219, but it's been restored and rebuilt over the centuries, of course. I think it's closed. Let's see if the camera can do some magic. Zoom in a bit, okay, and make it lighter. Oh yeah, look at this. The church is revealing itself. Sometimes when I talk to people here, they say, oh, you should come here in the summer. But I know how it is here in the summer. For me it's too hot to enjoy it really, with, you know, the kids and so on. And there are too many tourists. And they increase the prices heavily, really. You notice that. If you come here off the season and in the season, it's a big difference. That's always the best thing, to go to places when they are off the tourist season. You can sort of see how it is for real. You only have locals, and all the things are functioning or are open, like universities, libraries, theaters and so on, sports, compared to the holiday seasons. Go up to the monastery. Okay, this is cool. Maybe the camera can do something about this. You can actually see the stairs inside winding up, huh? That's neat. Okay, zoom out. Too bad that most of these, isolated sort of spiritual places are locked down. Nobody's using them. I'm quite sure there are enough people who would love to inhabit this cave for a half year, a month, a year or something. So when you actually get to a place like this, you have somebody with a sage incense or something ready for a conversation or to guide you into the methods they use, whatever that might be. Regarding that guy who climbed, I enjoyed watching him, or watching the group of people doing that. I used to do that for a short period of time, 11 years ago, more than 11 years ago. And when I took a course, I was the only one in my whole social universe who got into that. And you need a group of people, you need somebody to hold the rope, you need to have a, how do you say, not a community, but you need to have a group of people who do that. And I tried various stuff, and I did this course, and I remember I really I mean, it's one of those things that I'm glad I did, like climbed up you know, flat wall basically, and then you need to come down, and when you're up there you have a look, and the mountain wall was maybe like 30-40 meters, but it was located higher above the rest of the city, so one had a good overview, and that's a beautiful thing. Just like you know, being on stage and playing music, I'm glad I did it. I hope I can do that again, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I shared moments, musical moments with people, and which I can still sort of connect back to. And I'm glad I also did sports, you know. I'm glad I played football and got to score some goals, you know, did some decisive things, like, you know, a penalty when it was needed. And when I was younger, I won the 800 meters running championship in the school, and then a bunch of other things. And it's nice to have done those things. And you know, now when I look at my life, I don't have the connection to any of that basically. Most of the music I do by myself now with my kids. I try to engage them. I don't do sports. I don't have any group of people I do sports with. But I always kind of try to stay fit so I can be ready for when those opportunities arrive. So it's nice to have done those things. Beautiful memories, lasted short periods of time, and yeah, so at least I know what it's about, sort of. And maybe if my kids get interested in, I don't know, mountain climbing, sports and music and a bunch of other things, I can sort of relate and enjoy that and be sort of supportive. And yeah, I'm having a wonderful view here. You have to have a look. Hey, look at this. It doesn't make justice on the camera, of course. It never does, really.